I want to talk to you today about being present. I want you to hear my experience for where I've been for being present. I want to offer you some tools, and I want to just create some space to have some honest conversation, because God bless the honest conversation. Am I right? Being present is not, I'm an Enneagram 8, and so I've read the room. I have a pretty good idea of what's going to happen next. I have a pretty good idea of how that leader's going to interact with everyone around them. I have a pretty good idea of where I'm going to fit or not fit. And I have a pretty good idea of how this is going to burn. Like what's actually going to remain standing in this situation long term. That's not being present. Aware, maybe if you wanted to put a nice word to it, you could call it being aware. But being present is not that. You know what else being present is not? Being honest. Being honest is so much fun. I would love to be honest with you about what I'm aware of. Ooh, that feels nice. I like that a lot. I love that process. That's really fun. But it's not being present, and it's not being vulnerable. I wish it was. It would be so much easier. And cost me so little. Being present and being vulnerable for an Enneagram 8. I'm gonna do this motion for being present. This motion is, I'm not controlling, which means I'm really going to let go of what you do next. And I'm really going to let go of my ability to impact what you do next. I'm going to be present. I'm going to be self-compassionate to what comes up in me, which means I'm going to be not only aware, but being present to what's coming up for me. And I'll name it. I will have the tools to name what's coming up for me. After I name it, I'm gonna just say thanks, or yeah, I'll give, there's space for that here. And then I'm gonna go ahead and make the space for it. You know what I mean? Like, I'm gonna go ahead and make space for it, whatever comes up. And then I'm probably just gonna take a minute, and if I can, I'll relax my face and take a breath. Some of you Enneagram 8s out there, you can't feel your face. You don't know what your face is doing. You don't know if your jaw is clenched or not. You don't know where your shoulders are. You don't know anything. Your body's going. Your body's moving. Your body's doing. You have no idea what it is or what it's not, because that's being present to your body is not a tool that helped you get here. And what I'm suggesting is that it could be a tool that helps you be more here. Why would you want to be more here? You can really fuck yourself up by not being present to where you are. You can really do an unbelievable amount of damage to yourself and others by not being present to where you really are. By not being self-compassionate to where you really are. Now, if you don't know what I'm talking about, you're going to hear what I'm saying. Let me speak for myself. If someone had told me this information 10 years ago, I would have thought, yeah, okay, I can be present. I found my face. I'm done. What? I'm good. We're good. Let me give you an example. When I was growing up, there was not a lot of food in the fridge. And so I can be aware that when my 2 fridges that I have now start to get empty, that I have this like head swivel feeling. And it's not, just whatever. Heads just will need to roll now. Like I need to burn a path, right? Instacart and I need to like talk more. That is great awareness. I'm being aware, but I'm not really being present to what's coming up when that happens. I'm just being aware and then pulling something in or striking out. But when I get to be present, I can walk up to my fridge. I can take a few deep breaths. I can be present in the moment of the fridges are getting a little bit empty. I'm literally panicking because what if there's not food? And in that panic, I can take some more breaths. I can be okay. Just in this moment, I can be okay. And then I don't turn to my children and so quickly and so immediately want to be short with them. And then I can turn to myself and I can go like, yeah, that was information from the past about food and about the way you need to interact with food. And now you're here now. And now you have plenty of food around you and it's okay. You're okay in this moment. Being present for me, the journey to being present has involved some tools that typically are recommended for people who have PTSD. Things like yoga, but like the slowest, what in the past I would have considered like ineffective yoga, the slowest, most grounded, low words, feeling my body as I do the work, being present to myself. An EMDR drum rhythm as I go about my day, bilateral movement, things that help me integrate where I am, things that slow me down to be here, to be in the now. Taking a breath, realizing what's really going on right now and being grateful, looking around with eyes to see with gratitude what is here, what is now. And for me, this really brings up the conversation of honesty versus vulnerability. When I'm honest with you, I can tell you what it is. I can tell you like, yeah, I'm sure you've heard another Enneagram 8 do this, and when I remember this time when, okay, I'm going to tell you this story. Story time! I remember this time when I was 15 or 16 and I traveled by myself to South Africa, and I heard this woman speak about her experience of apartheid and being raped, and she just let it, this is the way it is. This is the way it is. And it just rubbed me the wrong way. Like, you got raped and this is just the way it is? Like that, you just like, that's the way it is. And it bothered me so much that I've held on to that moment and that memory, really curious about myself, why that bothered me so much, because I was not like that. That was very weird to me, And I noticed it when other people would do that. When other people would share their experience and just like, and be honest. This is what happened. How much it rubbed me the wrong way. And then I came to an awareness. I was reading something by Richard Rohr, and he was talking about vulnerability. And vulnerability, defined by him, was the I'm okay with you, this moment, this experience affecting me. I'm willing to welcome this impacting me. Ew, Richard, ew. Hell no. Like, I can be honest, but I would hate to, ooh, you really got some feelings there. I would hate to be vulnerable with you, with this moment, and have it affect me. There's like there's this many people that I would be willing to have that interchange with. And it's not you. Which was very eye-opening for me. I consider myself a vulnerable person. I'm not a vulnerable person, I'm an honest person. And so when the Enneagram literature talks about the Enneagram 8 moving into vulnerability, I was always like, zero growth here for me. I'm totally vulnerable. I'm completely honest, so that's vulnerable. Yeah, no, no, I'm honest. I can be honest about my story. I can share my story, but I don't think about it. I don't think about what I shared afterwards. I don't think about how that story impacted you afterwards, because it doesn't matter. I'm not here for the interchange between you and I. I'm here to be honest. Thanks for being here, guys. Bless you in all the vulnerability. May it suck. Bless you in being present. May it be all kind of awful that allows space, more space for you to be here, for you to show up, for you to be present to those around you, for you to bless you in self-compassion. Oh, bless you in the work.